Hello guys, Elite Gamer here, and today I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I have a bad feeling about this. Feeling certainly well. Don't let them cloud your judgment. What is your plan, Qui-Gon? The Trade Federation viceroy arrived. Was convinced him to leave the system. Will they agree to leave? Viceroys are cowards. The speech will be short. Still, be prepared for the unexpected.
And it's fun in a way that Kenobi's first line in both the film and the video game was I have a bad feeling about this. And that is pretty close to the bone with this first remark I'm going to make on this Let's Play. Obi-Wan had a bad feeling about this. And me, I have a bad feeling about Star Wars 7. But I can't really judge it till I've seen it, so see how that plays out. Anyway, moving on to this Let's Play, which I'm doing now. No, that's it. Hit the droid, there's a good Jedi. Right, you go off and do what you got to do. I want to get that health pickup. Join you in the battle. Okay, well... Oh, Qui-Gon, you could have saved one for me. That's it. That's better. Not much of a game if you don't leave a few enemies for me to take care of. This game in some ways has quite a special place in me, as much as anything, because when I was younger, teenager to be more specific, Sony. It was back in the day when Sony PlayStation was really big. It was like the first ever PlayStation ever came about, and my parents said I could have a PlayStation, and they had this offer going on down there that if you bought a PlayStation, you had an offer of 7 games, and I believe you could actually choose what 7 of those games were. So looking back into this little tapestry of memory arc between playing this game and also going down memory lane as well, I had quite a multitude of choices, options in that game front, and inevitably the 2 remaining games I chose to make up the remaining games that would make up the overall 7 were Star Wars Phantom Menace, which I'm playing here and now, and also, last but not least, Resident Evil 2. Well, I welcome your chances, but considering it's lightsaber versus blaster fire, I can't really see it going quite well in your favour, if you see what I mean. Right, go in there, take you out. One more. So, see you later, guys. I've got a transport to catch. Oh, not. You're not being very. You're not being very civil, droids. Not that I expected anything less or different. Especially when you're programmed in this game for every other case scenario of the Star Wars prequel trilogy for one purpose above all else. Kill, everything that it perceives as a threat. No. And what do we learn? Now, what did we learn? Not to try and shoot people who have done nothing to us, yeah? Yeah, you've learned something, haven't you, silly droids? Well, more specifically, you probably learned another lesson. You don't play nice. We won't play. I won't play nice at all. Or no, sorry. You kind of get what I meant by that. If they don't play nice, don't play at all. Notably, those droids won't be going against anything for quite some time. Right, run along this bridge, or catwalk, whatever you like to call it. Hello, Qui-Gon, surface from the fray, are we? Well, may not be as stealthy in the sneak aboard front, but yeah, we'll certainly give it our best shot. Right, get that button gets out of my way, and get on to the other bit. Right, it won't be long now. Yeah, and initially, it was definitely an added bonus. I picked up those thermal detonators on this first level because they're going to be very damn essential in getting through certain bits of the second level, which we'll be coming up to any minute soon. Any minute now. Hello. Droids again. Never a good thing. Especially when they're trying to blast you into oblivion. Get out of it, droid. You know, maybe if you guys rush me all at once, you'd have more in the way of a sporting chance. No? Okay, well. No, you can come at me one at a time, huh? Blimey, I wonder one Jedi's worth 1,000 battle droids. Well, don't test the wrong way, droids, but I've got a transport to catch. Okay, that was irritating. I do not know why that blooming camera just did that. That didn't do that on my very recent test play of this. That's really irritating. I made an adjustment to this which should have sorted that little, not so much a blur, like that little sort of lack of focus when it sort of came into the bit of the second level. I don't know what I did differently. I did fiddle with a few of the settings. But I mean, no, that really, just touch wood, that won't be too much of an inconvenience for you viewers. Because I mean, yeah, I can understand why it may be a little disorienting to a point, and it wouldn't be a thing I'd set in motion on purpose. But then, having said that, I mean, on the scale of 1 to 10, as long as it doesn't interfere in any way with the overall gameplay or footage for the whole duration of this Let's Play, then chances are maybe it's not really worth worrying about. That's not because I haven't taken that into consideration as such. I'm just saying, yeah, if it doesn't affect the overall video, then in general, I just don't know why that had to do that. It was just really odd. And here we're, ladies and gentlemen, the most annoying character in the whole tapestry of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. They don't get any more annoying than Jar Jar. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, all people are entitled to their innate opinions, whether it be man, woman, boy or girl, but then, like, there's going to be people that like Jar Jar, but Jar Jar never really did a lot for me as a standalone character. From Phantom Menace to anything else, come to think of that. And, just can we get this box maneuver a bit better? So, but then when it went into another case scenario altogether, with Jar Jar, I mean, put it like this, considering, I think that's actually saying a lot against Jar Jar with George Lucas, well before, bear in mind this is well before George Lucas stepped down and turned the installations of Star Wars over to Disney. But then, like, surely if George Lucas was so smitten and happy with Jar Jar as a standalone character in his own right, he wouldn't have dumbed him down so much between the remaining movies. And if you don't believe me on that, then okay, that's odd. No, if you don't believe me on that, probably going to die at this rate. I hope that don't happen. That's really annoying. Usually it only takes one thermal detonator to do that. Probably didn't quite get the range I wanted. Oh well. So as I said, right, because like number 3, they dumbed down Jar Jar so much he doesn't get one bit of dialogue. I think he only gets literally a nanosecond of screen time, if anything, and that's only with him, like, that's virtually the only significant appearance he got in the whole film, to my knowledge, was just walking alongside the rest of the party, Padme's funeral. But I mean, you can understand. Right, watch out for this tree let it fall. Just I'm not anti new characters to a point. I mean, for what it's worth, I've always had this particular unwritten rule and code. We all have our unwritten rules somewhere, and my unwritten rule above all else is that I'm all for different reimaginings, or in this case, different interpretations, on express permission that they work. And in the event they do, then fine. But in the event they don't, then I don't really see the point in them. I mean, where Jar Jar, which I'll say was such a drop in the ocean, and over that George basically said, without set wheels in motion, without saying a word, well, you know what, I'm really displeased with this character. He doesn't do as much for these new films as I thought he did, so I'm just going to cut my losses, just leave him out to pasture, and hope nobody will mention his name and pull me up on that again.
Have you seen anyone else like me?
And then there was the CGI Clone Wars. I mean, heaven's sake, that was
Can you show me where he is?
It had its good moments, it had its charm to a point, but then when there were a few things that did that I didn't really approve of. Again, it was one of these particular different interpretations that just did little to nothing for the CGI Clone Wars at all. Like, for instance, to sort of explain what I mean on that front as well. There was a particular, two things. First of all, Ahsoka Tano. She was basically a new Padawan for the CGI series, which technically saw the light of day sometime after the 2008 movie. The 2008 CGI movie. which I actually watched in cinema. And, well, anyway, sometime after a series basically saw the light of day, say, well, 6 seasons worth, because they added in a few other bits and bobs with new episodes. But the point of the matter was, I didn't really think that was a necessary thing to do with the bringing in that new person, that obscure Padawan. I mean, because looking back, I think, in all honesty, that was totally worthless and pointless and unnecessary to do. I mean, my ending up to ping him. I think it would have been a darn sight better if they just had the main case scenario of the series revolve around the friendship between Kenobi and Skywalker, and at the same time maybe really go into town, like how he's like struggling when trying to sort of keep his anger in check, and maybe be sort of tempted all the more after what Dooku did to him on Geonosis, the insignificant threat he actually put across the borderlines to his secret wife, which the Jedi Council know little to nothing about. But that's not my only thing that I think probably would have worked a little better in looking back towards that series. I think the other thing that would have benefited it as much as anything would have been the occasional plot device above all else that blooming Darth Maul was another conniving plot device I could have done totally well without. I mean, what was the point of even bringing Darth Maul back? I mean, oh yeah, and just before I carry on with the Maul thing, well, basically, Anakin was never a master in the canon, either the Micro 2003 Clone Wars series or the actual canon live-action films. Now, thanks to the CGI one, he was now a master when that never happened. And then to tee me off to a point even more, basically, they bring Darth Maul back after having his torso hacked off his legs, may I add, by Kenobi's master's lightsaber, saying that as a penance for killing Qui-Gon in their final confrontation in the feed generator complex, saying that by way of a cookie cutter plot, pun intended, that Maul survived his grievous injuries at Kenobi's hand by his mass hatred for Kenobi. Yeah, I understand he's quite resilient in a great many ways, but as far as I'm concerned, there's sci-fi, there's belief, and then there's as far as my belief will go. And as far as I'm concerned, if he had his torso hacked off his legs, that's it. Maul was brown bread. There's no way he would be coming back in this life or the other in the Star Wars universe. I mean, in my book, the only way he would have been coming back, mate, would have been by way of a ghost, or false ghost of most, and that would have been about it. I mean, just really, what a stupid thing the CGI Clone Wars did.
Obi-Wan, over here. So you've met Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Find safe haven until these droids pass by.
Just, because there was a prequel, as this is technically based in the prequel Star Wars storyline, I thought it would be an interesting thing to go into, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'll just never understand why they did that with Maul. It's such an unnecessary thing to do.
You hear that? That is the sound of 1,000 terrible things heading this way.
So point is what I see. This way, hurry. I warn the news. Nothing to like it out there. Don't expect more like that.
I guess the underwater choir's right on time. Blimey. That is really irritating me now. There's a chance I may very well do this bit again because I'm really irritated with that camera keeps sort of losing focus like somebody's dying, then coming back into it when it's going to start a new bit. So just in case I don't end up doing that, I'm going to save my footage. I'm sorry, but I'm going to save my game. Beg my pardon. Yep. Just in case I don't end up doing that. That way I'll leave myself optional choice, or rather two choices than one, rather than one. Thanks for that. I'll see you guys in a bit.